Hello, everybody. Mike Teller 44 here. And today, we're going to talk about the top 10 most haunted places in the world. Okay? From a ghostly castle in France to a paranormal pub in Britain, these possessed destinations are guaranteed to spook even the most successful of travelers. I don't know why I can say that word. Number 10, Chateau de Brisca, Maine Etelora, France. Hopefully I said those words right. The site, dubbed as the Giant of the Loire Valley, this is the highest castle in France, boasting 7 floors, 204 rooms, numerous portrait galleries, and a private opera house, which seats 200 people. It was a fortress built by the Counts of Anjou in the 11th century. King Louis VIII dropped by in 1620. The ghost. The most active is La Dame Verte, Green Lady, who was apparently the illegitimate child of King Charles. I believe that's the 8th as well. 8th. And was later murdered by her husband in the chateau in the 1500s, in the 15th century, after he caught her having an affair. She is often seen in the tower room of the chapel, wearing her green dress, with gaping holes where her eyes and nose should be, startling guest by her appearance. She could be heard moaning around the castle. Current situation: the chateau is a popular hotel that hosts special events such as Christmas market and testings of the well. Regarded wines produced from its own wine vineyards. Guests who are brave enough to stay overnight enjoy rooms lavishly decorated. Coming in at number 9 is the Monte Cristo Homestead, New South Wales, in Australia. The site, a late Victorian mansion with intricate cast iron lattice work built by wealthy landowner Christopher William Crawley in 1876. Reputedly Australia's most haunted house. Ghost, take your pick. There's a young child who was dropped down the stairs, the maid who fell from the balcony, or the staple boy who burned to death. The most active, however, is the ghost of the son of the caretaker, who was found curled up next to the dead body of his mother and chained up for 40 years. That makes it a lot freaking creepier. Current situation: the house currently operates as a B&B, offering dinner followed by a ghost tour where you can learn all about its gruesome past. Those who dare can spend the night in the haunted homestead. Number 3. Banjar Fort, Rajasthan, India. I'm butchering these names, I'm sorry. The site, the ruins of a fort city built in the 17th century. Banjar Fort consists of fort walls, bazaars, havelis, royal palaces, and numerous temples, with 3 grand stories you can explore, but do not be fooled by the beauty of these ruins, as they are ranked as the most haunted fort in India. The ghost, a wizard called Singhaya, and a princess called Ratnafita, who spurred his advances. What? A princess who spurred his advances. Legend has it that the enchanted oil he hoped would make her love him turned into a boulder when she threw it away, and it crushed him. But not before he cursed the palace, condemning the inhabitants to death without any hope of rebirth. Another story suggests a local Aztec curse the fort because its shadow overpowered his popularity or property. And apparently, if anyone attempts to build a roof for the fort, it will collapse. Current situation, Bangor Fort is now an archaeological site known as the House of Ghosts. It is possible to hire a guide who can show you around the site and give you the details of its eerie past. Be sure to visit in daylight, as the fort is closed between sunset and sunrise, with locals convinced that anyone who spends the night amongst the ruins will never be seen again. Number 4. Myrtle's Plantation in the U.S. In the United States of America. The site, situated in the small town of St. Francisville, northwest of New Orleans, in the mansion of Myrtle's Plantation, bordered by a 120-foot veranda. The stained glass front door leads into a grand foyer, displaying a huge French crystal chandelier. The ghost, with 10 people being murdered in the mansion itself. It is no surprise there have been so many reported ghost sightings, the most famous of which is Chloe, because every scary ghost is named Chloe, who had her ear cut off by her lover. She wears a green turban, peering intently at visitors while they're in bed, and has even appeared in a photograph. A more recent photo also shows another young girl, known as Ghost Girl, peering through the window of the house. More eerie sightings include a child bouncing off the beds, a soldier, a voodoo priestess, and the ghost of a previous owner who was shot in the chest has been staggering up the stairs where he died. Current situation, despite being known as the most haunted house in America, the plantation is now a pretty bed and breakfast, offering 12 accommodations. Ghost tours are run from the site, and you can choose between daily tours or the spookier and more popular evening tours. And soon, a new restaurant on site will bring fresh local food to visitors. Number 5. Dragsholm Slot, Denmark. Slot. S-L-O-T. Site. Dragsholm Slot, or Dragsholm Castle, was originally built in 1215, making it one of the oldest castles in Denmark, and reportedly the most haunted castle in all of Europe. In the 16th and 17th century, parts of it were used to house prisoners of noble or its rank, and in 1694 it was rebuilt in a barrack style. The ghost. The castle is thought to be home to at least 100 ghosts, including the Earl of Bothwell, the husband of Mary Queen of Scots, who died as a prisoner in the castle. You may also see the White Lady wandering the halls, whose skeleton was found encased in a wall by the builders in the 1930s. Current situation. The castle has been transformed into a luxurious hotel with lavish rooms and a Michelin-related restaurant, serving locally sourced food. The hotels offer their own guided tour, explaining the history of the building, but for a truly terrifying experience, book a ghost tour, including a 2-night stay, a tour highlighting the spooky occupants, and dinner at the gourmet restaurant. Is it just me, or all haunted buildings turned into a hotel? Numbers 1 through 5 turn into a hotel. Coming in at number 6, Ancient Ram Inn, Gloucestershire, England. Hope I said that right. Hold on a minute. Back. The site, built in 1145, the inn was used by priests who kept slaves and workers in there. Built the St. Mary's Church, located in Wharton-under-Edge. It is situated on two lay lines, places believed to have spiritual energy from Stonehenge. It has also been reported that it was the scene of a child sacrifice and devil worshipping. I had to tape this mask on because it broke. The ghost, it is widely believed that the redirecting of water on the ancient Ram property caused a portal of for dark energy to open up, meaning many ghosts haunt the inn. The witch's room is said to be haunted by a woman burnt at the stake in the 1500s, as she was accused of being a witch. A high priestess has been spotted sitting on a bed. A centurion on horseback has been seen. A centurion on horseback has been seen walking through the walls. The agonizing screams of a girl heard. A monk in the most haunted room, and even a succubus is said to sleep in the beds of visitors. Current situation. Despite being well known as one of the most haunted places in the world, featuring on TV programs such as Most Haunted and Ghost Adventures, the inn has changed and several times in recent past, making the owners difficult to track down. However, many paranormal events are located at the inn. Hey, boy! My cat. Another cat reveal. There he is. Hey. Oh. He's gone. He left. He quit. He quit me. My cat quit. Anyway, the video's getting long. Okay. Number 7. Castle of Good Hope, Cape Town, South Africa. It's like built in the 17th century by the Dutch East Indian Company. The Castle of Good Hope is South Africa's oldest building. The first ghost was spotted in 1915 when the apparition of a tall gentleman who was seen jumping off the side of one of the castle walls and then walking between the bastions Lerdum and Ajne, another famous ghost. The lady in grey was often seen running through the castle, holding her face and crying hysterically. Was found during excavations. Often unexplained events include the bell in the bell tower ringing of its own accord, and the ghost of a black dog that pounces on unexpected visitors and simply vanishes into thin air. Current situation: arguably one of the world's best preserved 17th century buildings. The castle is now a popular tourist attraction. Coming in at... I'm not going to read the current situation because this video is getting way too long, as you can tell. Well, you can't see that, but it's going to be right... You can see it right down here somewhere in the bar. I don't frickin' know. I pointed up here because I'm using my camera and I can see it. Coming in at... Wait, what? Did I skip one? Coming in number 8 is Hellfire Club, Montpelier, Ireland. It's like the Hellfire Club was a haunting lodge built in 1925 for William Canolia, an Irish parliamentary speaker. The stones of the buildings are from ancient passage tombs and said to have angered the devils, which first associated the site with the supernatural. The lodge reportedly became a gathering place for a small group of Dublin elites who met for a debauchery and devil worship. Its ruins sit atop the summit of Montpelier Hill in the foothills of the Dublin Mountains. The tales of animal sacrifice, black masses, cloven hooded men, and murder are linked to the structure. The most popular tall tales of a visit by a satanic creature. Hey, boy. In the form of a man who was also discovered when one of the players dropped a card, and on picking it up, noticed the guest had cloven feet. On his discovery, the creature disappeared in a ball of flames. There are stories about a big black cat, the size of a dog, who took on a priest and haunts the lodge. Number 9. Banff Springs Hotel, Alberta, Canada. It's like styled after a Scottish baronial castle. The Banff Springs Hotel in Alberta, Canada is one of Canada's greatly railway hotels and reportedly one of the most haunted buildings in the country. The ghost: there's a bride who fell down the staircases, breaking her neck. After panicking when her dress caught fire. She is often seen in the ballroom dancing, with the flames coming from the back of her dress. A family were murdered in room 873. The door to this room has since been bricked up, but the family can still be seen in the hallway outside the room. Informer bellman Sam Macaulay, who served at the hotel during the 60s and 70s, still likes helping guests up to their rooms, dressed in his 60s uniform. If you try to tip him or make conversations, he disappears. And coming in at number 10, Poveglia Island, Italy. The site. In the Venice Lagoon between Venice and Lido, this small island was once a place where mainlanders fled to seek refuge from invaders. In the 14th century, Venians infected by the bubonic plague was sent here to die, and when they died, they were burned on giant pyres. The site was also used as a mental asylum during the 1800s, where patients were experimented on and tortured. The ghost. Ask a local, and they will tell you the island is full of ghosts and cursed with unhealthy spirits. Voices and screams are often heard, and visitors have reported seeing dark, fleeting shadows. Many visitors say they begin to feel an oppressive evil feeling as soon as they step on the island. So that was the top 10 scary places, or top 10 most haunted places on Earth. I got that from www.wanderlust.com or .co.uk. If you like the video, you know what to do. If you like me, you also know what to do. Share this video, watch it. I don't care. Leave a comment down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you again next time.